from inside his own 5. He goes out of bounds on that return right at the 20-yard line. They'll try the run. Look out, he's got room. There he goes. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
Yeah, defensively, you better be ready to run east and west when you're playing against this offense. In their running game, that time, the offense was able to outflank the defense to the right side for a big play.
The Sooners, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. They'll ride the hot hand. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
Wants to throw. It's Owens. Grab near the marker. It's Washington. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. And the Sooners getting set on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Right down the middle. Wide open downfield. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22.
When you get man coverage, you definitely like taking advantage of the inside really quickly. Running a nice slant rack real quick, being physical, getting on the inside, quarterback putting it right on the money.
1st down for this offense. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Looking to throw on 1st down. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense with this possession.
How great has this linebacker been in coverage these last 2 games now? That's now his 3rd interception in 2 games. He had 2 last week. 1st interception in this game on the opening drive. He's not only good against the run, he's not only good rushing the passer, but this guy is a monster in coverage.
Quarterback making checks. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, TCU.
They'll toss it to the left. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of But if they start to add up down the road, obviously you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Looking to fire. The short hand, it's small. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off-season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
And the Horned Frogs are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Toss to the outside. Turning it on. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 22 after the huge pickup.
Yeah, 3rd and 1, you know they're running the football. It's just a matter of who's getting it and where they're going. But this offense, it really didn't matter. Nice job up front, nice execution. Picking up not only the one, making it an even bigger play and getting the first down.
The Horned Frogs, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again.
Green 25.
They'll try to get outside. Able to move it ahead a couple of yards. He gets it down to the 20.
And that's something this offense is going to try to do in this game, and they're doing it early. They want to establish the run game. They want to be more physical. They want to control the line of scrimmage. That's how they're going to attack this defense.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. The offense changing the play. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Back to pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's James. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
That middle linebacker just wanted it more, man. He came right up the middle. He was able to beat and cross the offensive lineman's face and work his way to the QB.
And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. He boomed it through a 50-yard field goal, showing off that powerful leg.
This is a team that really prides themselves on starting fast. We've seen that before, and here they are playing at home today. Nice job on the opening drive. Lots of poise, good emotion. They don't get the touchdown they would have liked, but they kick a nice field goal. They've got the lead. Head coach has to be happy with that.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Drive will open from the 15. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. looking for a man. It's Owens. Bringing the heat. Time to take a shot. It's caught. And what a job to get the foot down and make it a huge gain along the sidelines.
What a throw on first down in the first play of the drive. And I think sometimes quarterbacks are given an alert on a specific play. And what that means is maybe the ball was supposed to go to somebody else. But in pre-snap, if the quarterback sees a matchup he likes, he's given the green light to take the shot. And I think that's exactly what happened on that play.
Gets the back moving. Looking downfield on first down. Oh, they're after him. And here's a fumble way behind the line.
Woo. Deep breath, right, man? You fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
The Sooners with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to pass on second down. Pressure coming. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
And he was held in check in game one, but you're not going to hold him in check for long. And right out the gates, getting a sack in the second ball game, that will not be his last sack of the season. This dude is a ball player.
They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. Snap of this drive comes from their own 41. Wants to adjust the pattern. Trying to turn the corner on the left. Oh, he's got some space. Pass the 10. Touchdown, TCU. He got loose and it was lights out after that.
This coaching staff was trying to identify playmakers on offense early this year. How about the start of the season this guy has had? Scored in their first game. He scored early in this one. Defenses up to this point don't have any answers for this guy.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Looking to pass. It's Owens. Pulls it in. It's Washington. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and TCU has the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. Now to see if they can answer this early blitz here in the second quarter. They've got a first down here to open the period. Looking to throw on first down. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Makes the grab at the 10. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7. Hey, we've seen this movie before. Lights, camera, action, just like Marquise Hollywood Brown, who went for 265 in one game.
And every year, the numbers change, the names change, but the Sooners, they've got burners on the outside. They make big plays. They've always got a fun, fast offense, and this guy's just fit right in line.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. And he was fortunate to get that one back to the line of scrimmage at the 5. No gain on the play.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line. Goal to those situations, Palmer. You've got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack.
And he's going to score. Touchdown, Oklahoma. PAT unit on the field. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. TCU has it back in the Horned Frogs go on offense. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
With the catch, it's Shelton. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down.
We've got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a first down.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. The give to the back. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
To the air on 2nd down. Fires to the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he'll run into the end zone. Touchdown, Horned Frogs!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
On the move from inside his 5. He's out of bounds at the 24, probably looking for a little more on that return, but that's where his offense will go to work. The Oklahoma offense. That deficit has now grown to double digits, down 17-7 as they start this drive. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Looking for a man. It's Owens. Just a short pass to the tight end. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. No reason to panic when you see those extra bodies coming. Just find the big tight end.
Well, and the great ones do that. I think the great ones are okay. You want to blitz? I know my answers. I'm all right. I'll stay patient. Find the matchup. This time it was the tight end. Finds the tight end, throws a strike, gets the first down.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it from the gun.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. That pass is incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
They couldn't make the connection on second down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. And it's incomplete on 3rd down.
Well, the defense is waking up now, right? The first drive, they allowed a touchdown. They were a bit scrambled. They kind of all got together, rallied on the sideline. They've been pretty lights out since. Forced a punt on the last possession. They've now got the offense set up in 4th down again. Great job there. Pass defense, 3rd down. This defense now starting to put it together.
He gets it out to the 17, the cover unit right there to make the stop. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. The give to the tailback. Brought down at the 28, but it's a 10-yard gain.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
Offense has it at the 28 on first down. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Taking it the other way. Touchdown Sooners! This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
And doing a great job in coverage. Obviously, you got to play run first as a linebacker always. That's your first thought process. But then reading the QB's eyes, breaking on the football, catching it. And then from there, it was easy. Just take it right to the house.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 15 clash today. Notre Dame is getting worked right now in their own dojo. We've seen this team in a lot of big spots over the years, but I can't think of a worse beatdown. They're trailing by 14 to Oregon. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Now they'll run it on the toss. Gets it across the 25. He'll step out at the 26 as this offense tries to grind out some yardage.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. And the Horned Frogs in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Grabbed in the middle. It's James. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Gonna run it. It's Payne. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the 1st down play.
All right, great little run there. Listen, it wasn't phenomenal. He didn't get a 1st down, but what does it do? Now it makes 2nd down easier. The play caller looking at his sheet going, all right, I can throw it, I can run it. Still in a great position. Way to stay ahead of the chains.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking to fire. The sure hands, it's Payne. A huge play there, and they finally get him out of bounds at the 37. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Horned Frogs with the 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Gets it to him on the screen. No, sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
Quickly complete. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down.
Man, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
Oh, that's a missed opportunity. You know the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front they could not protect him well enough.
And the Horned Frogs send out the punt unit. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Not going to take a chance to grab that one as it bounces out of bounds. One more snap coming before halftime. Looking downfield, it's Owens. A strike downfield. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Sooners will kick it off to start the 2nd half. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. They go to work in the third quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah,
Breaks into the open. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46.
those outside runs, if they can get the edge like they do, great job by the right guard, right tackle, getting the edge. And now what does this do? This makes cornerbacks come up and tackle. Safeties come up and tackle. As opposed to linebackers and big defensive players, you get your guy out in space where he can use his speed and his physicality against guys that usually cover and don't come up and make tackles.
The Horned Frogs come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Touch pass on the jet sweep. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch. So pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
Grab near the marker. It's small. Oh, out of space. Touchdown, TCU. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. If this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback and wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. Back to throw, it's Owens. He's got the back in the middle. Nowhere to go and not much to show for that one. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Back to pass. Finds the tight end. Runs through the tackle. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He leaves it with his back. Stuffed on back-to-back plays. He got nothing, and now they're looking at 3rd and long.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Last 2 runs got a big fat nothing. Let's see if they try to go up top on 3rd and 10. That's caught. It's Robinson. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the 1st down.
Good play call on defense. 3rd down in that situation, you're just playing a big zone. You want everybody having their eyes on the quarterback, playing in their areas, and you want them rallying to the football. As soon as that running back caught the ball, they all came screaming in. They were able to make the tackle and now set up 4th.
And And the Sooners will punt it away on 4th down. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. He wants to change this route. They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. Sweet cut there. Good vision and determination there to find its way up to the 23.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
And the Horned Frogs can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Sends it back in motion. The running back has it. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a 1st down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical and they're trying to stay on the field.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Here they're trying to get to the edge. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front 7 tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up? See if they can maybe confuse this QB.
They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. Might be calling a hot route. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Fires to the big fella. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, only a place to be tackled immediately.
Man, you see tight end matchups all over the field all the time now. It used to just be in the red zone. Now, you just find the big fella, you put him in the slot, try to give him the ball as much as possible because you know he can make big plays.
Punt is in the air on 4th down. Makes the catch and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking downfield, it's Owens. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Hits him inside the 20, still going. Swept through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
And how about that? His second receiving touchdown of the ball game. Find ways to get your athletes the ball. They'll do the rest. That's number 2. They better start playing some better defense, and number 3 is coming soon.
And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll run the toss. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. They'll move the wide receiver. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Grab near the sticks. It's James. What a cut. Now he's loose. Turns it on down the left side. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Horned Frog. This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
Yeah, it just gets in the zone, right? When you can't miss, you've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll go to the ground. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Got the first down and more. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Now they're going to throw it. Quickly out to the tight end. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And that's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. The quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
The Sooners have their offense in high gear. Back to pass, it's Owens. Here's a heat. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Down to the 36-yard line and some nifty moves to try to make a big play on the interception.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the fourth quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
Toss sweep to the right. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
Going to sling it on 2nd down. Makes the catch. It's Baker. He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football, though.
Here's the handoff. Got the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got a lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
The Horned Frogs will line it up on 1st and 10. They're going to ride this running back. Brought down at the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 6.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Quarterback making adjustments. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. There he goes. The 10. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, TCU.
And the running back gets his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You can tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
And that extra point is a big one as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the 4th. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So here comes the Oklahoma offense. A very disappointing performance for the #1 team in the country. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. The Sooners now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. To the air, it's Owens. Finds his man. It's Jordan. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
Well, here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Pulls it in. It's Robinson. At the 35, he's open. Such a big part to convert these third downs, and they've got it at the 42.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
Caught near the sticks. It's Robinson. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37. And the Sooners want to pick up the tempo.
And, man, this quarterback has had a day. With that pass, he goes over 300 yards on the day. Really nice job executing, putting up some yards today. Pretty good day for the young man.
And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Sooners! He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for it. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 25 clash today. Is Colorado ready for prime time or what? Ralphie and company are running away with this one right now. They're up by 21 over Miami. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Try to get it to the edge. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
The defense, obviously, at this point is trailing. They need to get the football back. They're expecting run. They know the offense is going to try and bleed the clock, so you got to be good at the point of attack. They were right there. They gave up nothing on that run.
Ordinarily on 2nd and 10, you might look past, but here you just want to keep that clock moving. Might be changing the route. Running into the open space. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line.
Big third down for this defense. Listen, you've got to get the ball back. You know what they're doing. They're trying to run the football, but we need the clock to be on our side so our offense has some time. Got to make a stand right here on 3rd down.
And the Horned Frogs line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Here comes the heat. This will be picked off, maybe just the turning point they needed. Going the other way, and he's got room. Touchdown, Oklahoma! How about this defense taking one back to the house?
How fast did this game just change? Offense in the lead with the football, looking great. Defense makes the big play. We've got ourselves a ball game now.
And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer.
That makes the score TCU 38, Oklahoma 35.
Just over a minute to go, and if they have a chance, they've got to come up with this onside kick. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. All right, this game just got tighter, and you just don't want to make a mistake here. Turning it on! He has the first and still on his feet. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
That is exactly what you want your offense to do. You want it to eat clock, but if you score, go up by 2 possessions, nail, meet, coffin. Great execution by this offense to put this game away.
And the point after is good. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Turner. He had a vision of getting loose, but he'll go out of bounds at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. To throw, it's Owens. He wants a big play here late. And it's incomplete. Good play downfield by the DB.
Oftentimes as a quarterback, when you have success early, you earn the right to take more shots. I think that's what you're seeing now in this game. We're here late. They're still throwing it deep because this quarterback's thrown 3 touchdown passes. He's proven to his coach that he can get it done and he can make the right decisions and not put his offense in harm's way. And that's why you're still seeing them throw it vertically downfield.
Now on 3rd and 10, if they can move the chains here, maybe they can get this drive started. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Robinson. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
Wants to throw on first down. He's open on the right. And he's brought down after a nice game.
Yeah, and I think you've just seen how the quarterback has so much confidence in this guy catching the ball too, right? Receivers aren't open, tight ends aren't open. He knows he can find him running out of the backfield, or if he lines up at wide receiver, this dude can get open, and he can make positive things happen after he has the ball.
The big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
Sooners with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to fire. Caught near the sticks. It's Washington. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? With the clock running, this should be the final play. Still firing away as they'll go down swinging. Looking to the big tight end. He's got it. And they fight him to the bitter end, all the way down to putting some more numbers in the stat column, but they'll come up a little short as time expires. Guys, if you want to go strictly by the rankings, I guess this was an upset, but to my eyes, we saw 2 really good teams slug it out, and one of them came out on top.
Yeah, 2 really good teams, man. That's a reason why they're both ranked. They're both really good, and I tell you what, getting this win proves something to everyone else now. Like, I was ranked below this squad. You beat a team that's ranked above you. Now you start to climb up the charts, build some momentum. This squad's about to get some more respect, Ballmer.
I think good teams find ways to win games, especially in a game like this. 2 ranked opponents, evenly matched. Who's going to be able to make the plays when it matters the most? You got to give this team credit. This is a big win. It's impressive, and now they get to move up the rankings.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Paul.